The word angle originates from the Latin word angulus, which means corner. Like the hands of a clock form a corner, we say that the hands of a clock are making an angle. In this way, we see angles in many objects around us, such as the blades of a scissors together make an angle, the corner of a table make an angle, etc. So let's learn more about angles. Suppose a car is moving in a straight line from place A to place B. Then to find the change in position of the car, we need to find the distance between A and B. Now suppose the hand on the clock moves from place P to Q. If we need to find the change in the position of the hand, would it be correct to find the distance between P and Q? Give it a try. This will not be correct because here the entire hand of the clock is not changing the position. Instead, one end of the hand is fixed at one place while the other end of the hand is changing position. In this way, we say that the hand is moving, or it is said that the hand is rotating. Angle helps us to show the change in position. Angle tells us how much an object, like the hand of a clock, has rotated. We denote this rotation by measuring the angle. If we represent the initial position of the needle with ray OA and the new position after rotation by ray OB, we can say that ray OA has rotated through the angle AOB and has come to the position of ray OB. In this way, the measure of rotation of a ray or line segment is called an angle, or we can also say that the measure of inclination between the two rays starting from a common point is called an angle. Both rays making angles are called the arms or sides of that angle, and the common starting point of both rays is called the vertex. A small arc is made on the vertex to show angle between one ray to the other. Using the vertex, we can give a name to the angle. Like here, the vertex is O, so we can name this angle as angle O. Here, this sign shows the angle. Here there are three rays with the same starting point. As you can see, different angles are being formed at point O. In such cases, we cannot represent all three with angle O because they are all different. Therefore, we take a point on each ray. Like here, we will take point A, point B, and point C respectively on all three rays. And then, using the vertex and these points, we will now be able to name the specific angles. For example, we will name the angle formed between ray OA and ray OB as angle AOB, or we can name it as angle BOA also. While naming any angle, it is important to indicate the name of the vertex in the middle. Just like angle AOB, we will name the angle between ray OB and ray OC as angle BOC or angle COB. Now, can you say what name will be given to the angle formed between rays OA and OC? Come on, give it a shot. Perfect. Its name would be angle AOC or angle COA. We also show this with angle O. With this, you must have understood the concept of angle. Now let's understand angles further. There are three regions related to any angle. The part formed by the arms or the sides of the angles is called the boundary of the angle. The part inside the boundary of the angle is called the interior of the angle. And the part outside the boundary of the angles is called the exterior of the angle. The interior of the angle and its boundary together is called the region of the angle. So today, we learned about angle. We will learn two angles. Which of the following figures has more angles? Angle means corner. So to find out how many angles are there in the figure, we will find the number of corners. Here, in figure A, we see there are 6 corners, so this figure has a total of 6 angles. Similarly, in figure B, we see that there are a total number of 7 corners, so we can say that this figure has a total of 7 angles. Now we can say that figure B has more angles. Next example. In the given figure, write the names of the angles, vertex, and arms of each angle. Two rays with a common starting point make an angle. In the given figure, ray AD and ray AF make angle DAF. We can also call it angle FAD. The two rays that make an angle are called the arms or sides of the angle. In this way, the arms or sides of the angle DAF are ray AD and ray AF. Similarly, the common starting point of rays is called vertex of the angle. In this way, A is the vertex of angle DAF. In this figure, ray AF and ray AE make angle FAE or angle EAF. The arms and sides of this angle are ray AF and ray AE, and the vertex is point A. This figure has another angle. Can you find an angle other than angle DAF and angle FAE in this figure? Think a little. Absolutely correct. The third angle in this figure is angle DAE or angle EAD. The arms and sides of this angle are ray AD and ray AE, and the vertex is point A. Next example. In the figure given below, find out what are the points on the boundary AOC, what are the points in the interior of AOC, and what are the points on the exterior of AOC. In the previous video, we learned that the part formed by the arms or sides of the angle is called boundary. The part inside the boundary of the angle is called the interior of the angle, and the part outside the boundary of the angle is called the exterior of the angle. Let me solve the given questions based on this understanding. As you can see, the given figure has point A, point O, point F, and point C on the sides of the angle. So, we can say that all these points are at the boundary of the angle. Can you tell which point is in the interior of the angle? Think a little. Okay, let me tell you. Here, point E, point B, along with point G, are also in the interior of the angle. Can you tell why we say that point G is in the interior of the angle? Let me explain. Because the arms or sides of the angle are made of rays. Rays start from a point but have no end. In this way, we can increase the length of the rays as much as possible. The interior of the angle will also increase with increasing rays, which means G will also come in the interior of the angle. At the same time, point D and point H are in the exterior of the angle. Today, we have seen some examples related to the angle. In the next video, we will see some common misconceptions and simple mistakes related to them. Mistakes related to angles. Misconception 1. In the following figure, what is the wrong way of stating the angle formed by ray YX and ray YZ? Some children do not read the question properly. In a hurry, they assume that the question asked is what is the name of the angle of the given figure. So they give the answer as option 1 of the angle. This is an incorrect answer. Some children do not know that angle XYZ can also be written as angle ZYX. They think that it is incorrect to write the name of the angle as angle ZYX in this way. So they give the wrong answer as option 2. The correct understanding is that the angle shown in the given figure can be written as angle XYZ, angle ZYX, or angle Y. While naming the angle, it is important to keep in mind that the letter of the vertex remains in the middle of the remaining two letters. The letter in the middle tells us at which point the angle is being formed. If we see in option 3, the middle letter is Z. According to this option, the angle is formed at point Z. But if we look at the figure, then the angle is formed at point Y. Therefore, the name of the angle is angle XZY, which is incorrect. So, the answer to the given question is option 3. Now let's see some common mistakes. Simple mistake related to the sign of an angle. Often, children forget to write this sign while writing the name of the angle or do not think it necessary to write it. But this is a misunderstanding. While writing the name of the angle, it is mandatory to write the sign in the beginning. Therefore, for the angle in this figure, it is correct to write the angle BAC or angle CAB, while writing BAC or CAB is incorrect. If children are asked which angle is bigger in the given figures, then they find out which angle is bigger and which is smaller based on the length of the rays. Like here, they think that angle ABC is greater than angle PQR. The reason for this mistake is that they do not understand the concept of angle correctly. Angle is a measure of rotation of a ray or line segment. Or we can say that the angle shows the inclination of two rays from each other. If we arrange the given figures on each other, then we will see that here the rays of the first figure and the second figure are at the same inclination. So, we can say that both the angles are equal here. If there is more than one point on the ray in a figure, it is wrong to use more than 3 letters while writing the name of the angle. That is, the name of the given figure cannot be written as angle ABCD or angle DCBA. When naming an angle, it is mandatory to have one point denoted by a letter on each ray and the letter denoting the vertex. That is, here angle ACD, angle BCD, angle DCB or angle DCA is the correct name. If more than two rays have the same common point, then it is wrong to name it with just one letter. We will not be able to show correctly which angle is being named. If the name of the angle is given, children are not able to tell which the vertex is. If the name of the angle is angle ZMT, then the middle letter denotes the vertex M. That is, the angle formed is angle ZMT. So now many misconceptions related to angle must have been cleared. Today, we saw some misconceptions and mistakes